Hi, my name is Margie Ibarra, and this is Becky Knutson. We are from Floor to Ceiling Carpet One, and today we're going to be talking to you about tile design, and lots of different things that you can do with tile.
We wanted to show you a couple different layouts. This one in particular shows a lighter tile with a little bit lighter grout, and then in the center we did a focal point with a medallion. Now, in this particular layout, we are using 3 different materials. One is a ceramic tile, one is glass, and one is natural stone. And actually, the natural stone piece isn't even from the particular line that the ceramic tile and the glass pieces come from. So we wanted to show that you can incorporate many different brands and layouts and designs in just one room.
It's kind of nice when you can see a focal point just like this. The other thing that we did in here, if you'll notice, in this archway, we actually used another border to complement what the focal point was. And what it does, it gives you a great delineation of space, just for your shower, things like that. It just really gives it its own section in your room. It also acts as a piece of art. A lot of times when people are doing showers, tub surrounds, anything like that, it can get really boring if all you do is go in and you order the same tile throughout. Not that that's wrong, that's great, and it's actually really cost effective. But a lot of times when you have a really big space, it's really nice if you can break it up. And you can do that either by using, as Becky stated, a focal point, your center point, or your borders. In this case, we've used it around the archway, but what you can also do is take that same border and you can actually run it either midway or 3/4 of the way up, just again to break up your space. In some cases, what we'll do, if you have a shower head at one point, and say that you've gone to some really great place and you have this really, the shower heads and things like that are now becoming pieces of art in themselves. So what we'll do is on that wall we might take a section of a border or even just a small little 1x1 tile, and we'll actually just kind of frame that portion out and then do the same thing throughout the other wall. So it's a really nice way to give you some other ideas about what you can do inside the shower. It does not have to be just a boring everyday look. You can really, sky's the limit, and your imagination really is the only thing that will stop you from.
And there's lots of different materials that you can use that are more cost effective too. You don't have to go the natural stone route. Like I said, you can use other companies that maybe have a really good price on a border, and like Marga said, to incorporate that throughout the room and just break up the monotony sometimes of doing wall-to-wall tile in a shower or even wall-to-wall tile inside the whole bathroom and on the floors. Just breaks up the monotony a little bit.
And this is, this style here just happens to be a really classic style. What we'd like to do is walk you over to another bathroom and we can show you what a more contemporary, more urban looking bathroom might look like. And so this is again, we've taken tile, we've changed this size. In the last bathroom that we looked at, the tiles were about 12 by 12s. These happen to be 12 by 24s. And what we've done with these, instead of laying them in a normal brick pattern, what we've done is we've run them vertically. Again, we're using another focal point over towards Becky. You'll notice back there, we've just incorporated, if you can see inside of that has a flower design, and we've run that vertical too. So again, it just gives you another really great idea about what you can do inside of the bathrooms.
And one thing with this tile design too is that we incorporated the border to continue all the way around the room as an idea, but also integrated that border into a border that runs vertically. So it almost creates a plaid type pattern. And once again, we use multiple companies. This is its own line, this is another line, and then this tile all comes from the same line as well. So we just wanted to bring some different colors and lots of texture into this room to once again break up the monotony of doing just an entire wall of extremely dark tile. Now with the color of this tile, we want to make sure that it's important that you have plenty of lighting and that the room is plenty big too, because sometimes this tile can be a little overbearing because of its dark nature. So that's another good idea too, is to watch your lighting in your room space, depending on the design that you work with.
One thing that we'll want to talk about with tiles as well, a lot of times with grout selection, your grout selection is actually really important depending on the space that you're doing. A lot of times with tiles, if say that we were working in an entryway, things like that, whatever tile that you choose, you want to make sure that whatever grout you choose is complementary to that, but you also want to make sure that, especially in an entryway, that it's dark enough to hide some of the dirt and things that are going to get tracked in there. Now, grouts, when we do grouts, we usually seal them all, so that's really it's not an issue. However, if you've not sealed it well or something like that, then your grout can have a tendency to get dirty. It will pick up stains, things like that. And what we'd like to do is talk to you about how to care for that in case that's happened. So you'll notice that on our floor, we are in a showroom, so we have a lot of traffic that comes through here. So we do have some stains, things like that happen, because we, in a showroom, don't always have time to seal things. Hopefully in your own home, that will definitely happen. But what I'd like to do is show you how we can correct that. So if you'll notice down on the floor, we have some very, very dirty grout lines, and we're going to show you how to get those cleaned up today. Hi, and welcome back. When we left you before, we had just started talking about grout and color selection and cleaning, and we'd like to get a little bit more in depth with you now. And what I'd like to show you is this grout spot that we have here, and we had talked about that if your grout wasn't sealed just right, that it could look really, really dirty. And here's a spot right here that's really dirty, and we want to get that cleaned up for you. So today I'm going to use a product that we carry here, and it's called Tech Like New. And this will actually, if you've been unable to seal perfectly, this will actually clean up a really dirty tile. So what I've done is poured a little bit into a cup, and all I'm going to do is pour this directly over the grout. There we go. And then we'll just let it sit for a couple minutes, and while we're doing that, Becky's going to talk to you about some other products that we carry here at our store.
This is just one option for when you have already had your grout and it's clean and you just need to clean it after it's already been installed. But there's also lots of products that are available for before actually the grout is installed. There's one product that's actually mixed right into the grout, and then when the installer lays it out, the sealant is already in it, and that product actually seals for life. So that's just one option. Another option is to, once the grout is installed, you can actually apply the sealer on afterwards, and that works just as well, but you'd want obviously the grout to be brand new and nice and clean. And another way is just like Marga and I are doing, where the grout has never been sealed, it's been clean, or it's been quite dirty for a while, so we're going to clean it and then we would seal it afterwards. One item here is the one that we would seal after we have cleaned it with. This is Sealer's Choice Gold. This is an excellent product. It seals for quite a few years. It all depends on the usage of the space, though. So maybe in an entryway it wouldn't last as long, but in a back corner of a closet or in a bathroom, that maybe just a powder room that doesn't get used every day, it would last quite a bit longer. So.
The thing to remember is that in your own home, chances are your grout is never going to get this dirty. We are in a showroom, and so ours gets a lot of traffic, and most of the time we just simply don't have the time to go back through and seal it. But now where we've laid this in, all it takes really is just a couple minutes. It really doesn't take very long for this particular product to actually it's actually eating away the dirt that's inside the grout. So what I'll do is I'll go back in and I'll clean that for you right now so that you can see how that will work. So all you need to do is just take a rag and wipe over it. What I've done here is poured this on directly, but if you're at home, you can certainly dilute it, and that's just fine. So just depending on how dirty your grout is, you can gauge what you'll need. And now you'll notice that it is absolutely clean. It looks just like new, just like the day that we put it in. So thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time.